Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to We Build New America. Thank you for the new subscriber. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe. Again, like I said, Trump was right. Trump is right on the nose. And next thing you know, we're gonna tell you why, and then let's find out why Trump was right and the media was wrong again. And let's see what it is
The woman
about.
I am. I would not be the officer I am, without her.
Breaking news tonight, the Army identifies Captain Rebecca Lobach from Durham as one of 3 soldiers inside the Black Hawk helicopter involved in a deadly midair collision with an American Airlines plane.
We spoke to friends and family hearing what they have to say tonight as this tragic news unfolds.
In other words, she was one of the captain. That's me. They cannot say pilot in the plane. They don't want to say that because if they say that, that's mean they're wrong. They have to credit to Trump. But since Trump is in the office, they cannot give credit to Trump. So they have to say, oh, she's the one the plane. But the matter of fact is, we all know she was the one like conduct the plane, driving the plane, and next thing you know, the accident will happen. Put in mind, they know the facts and they don't want to tell you, and they want to convince you otherwise to try to blame the narrative with Trump, which is not DEI.
This is what we know right now about this deadly mid-air collision. At least 41 bodies have been recovered, 28 of them identified. The black box for the airline as well as the helicopter have been found. A full investigation could take at least a year, according to officials.
Friends across the triangle are shocked.
They know the truth. They don't want to split it up to a year because they want people to forget about it. But at the end of the day, the investigation can take is about a week. Basically, the black box said that wasn't wrong and was not in the right, and next thing you know, is easy. A month, max. But they and then no one's to blame. That's why they say a year. But the matter is, they know who did it is a female pilot that's drive the helicopter, and the next thing you know, she drive into those people and the crash happened. But they don't want to admit it. Again, because they admit it, they're gonna say Trump is right. But again, the left-wing media, they don't want to admit when they're wrong. It's just politics.
And grieving tonight. Lobach graduated from UNC Chapel Hill after going through the ROTC program there, eventually becoming a pilot.
CBS 17's Dina Hartley joins us now. And Dina, you were the first person to break this story nationally. So tell us, what's the latest?
Yeah, so I've spent really all day today talking to a lot of her friends, people who knew her, people that were texting her the day of the crash, checking in on her. They told me those texts never went delivered. They talked a lot about her experience as a pilot, of course, but her friends told me more important than that, they really just want her to be remembered as a good friend. They told me she had a contagious laugh. They're obviously just shocked and devastated to hear this, but now they really want her to be remembered.
Again, they try to paint her as a victim. She's the one who do the crash again. She's the one they charge. They're trying to paint her again as a victim. When in this country they're gonna tell women do it wrong, they're never gonna admit it, because if they admit it, they're gonna have to talk about LGBTQ plus all that they are wrong, but they cannot admit it because she's LGBTQ plus. So that's the reason they say that, oh, you're gonna remember under big. I bet that she wasn't straight. I can tell you that. Remember, guys, if she's not straight, they're gonna protect her. LGBTQ plus, they have to protect the right. But if he's straight and he's gonna say, oh, the husband pressure her, the husband was narcissist. But since it's only one female, is two narrative. The female drive the helicopter, they want to blame her. And secondly, she's not straight. So basically, her girlfriend gonna come back, oh, she's a good woman, but stuff and stuff. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to do the credit to Trump that the DEI, because the last administration did it. And if they didn't implement DEI, that could not prevent it. But they don't want to admit it because they don't want to tell they're wrong. That's a whole point of the media.
For who she actually was.
I would not be the woman I am. I would not be the officer I am, without her.
Lexi Freeze chokes up talking about Rebecca Lobach, her fellow military member, mentor, and friend.
Always giggling together, and it was just you always had fun with Rebecca. If I had a situation and I needed help, she was there and figuring it out for me.
Rebecca was one of the pilots inside of a Black Hawk helicopter involved in a fatal crash this week in D.C. She's a Durham native who graduated from UNC Chapel Hill in 2019, where she was involved in ROTC. Several friends tell me they texted Rebecca after hearing about the crash to check in on her, but those texts never went through. One of Rebecca's best friends, Sam Brown, didn't want to talk on camera, but says Rebecca was a distinguished military military graduate from UNC Chapel Hill. It's a distinction only given to the top 20% of all cadets nationwide. Brown says Rebecca was a patriot who loved her country and trained to be the best of the best. Other friends say they owe their entire careers to Rebecca's mentorship.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be an aviation officer in the DC Guard. I don't know.
So basically, I do credit what's credit due. She was a good officer, but something, But the point of the matter is, does she have enough hours to drive the plane, the helicopter? We don't know, because the requirement is supposed to be 1,000 hours. I think she was 500 hours. And next thing, you're trying to pressure DEI, and next thing, this inevitable. That's what happened when you pressure a woman that's supposed not to be in the workforce to be in the work field. Those crazy things gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. And next thing you know, now everyone paying the price. 60 plus 7 people die, and next thing you know, the country's mourning for a reason that this is not supposed to be there in the first place. And then now playing about, oh, she got a good soldier, but problem is the administration settle those things, and next thing you know, people are paying the price. She can be your best friend, she can be your lover, I don't care, it's not my problem, but the issue is the people die. There's a casualty. That's not supposed to happen. If they will put people that are qualified and people that have the proper training, is not most likely it's not gonna happen like that, because it's been for years that they've been doing training on those river, and nothing happened. But the thing about it is, now it take one female to do the mistake. If it was a male, they're gonna be like, oh, male do this, male no good, so on and so forth. But since it's a female, they said that, oh, she was a good crew, she was on the pilot, but they want to tell you she was the one that driving the helicopter. Is media propaganda. They're trying to feed you on. Is not therefore
an aviation officer at all. She really inspired my entire career. For weeks, I would send her a job posting, be like, I'm going to apply to this. And I'd send her my resume and cover letter, and she would tweak things for me and help me prep for interviews.
Another friend, Sabrina Bell, also didn't want to go on camera, but she says Rebecca was the happiest person she has ever known. She says Rebecca was meticulous in everything she did and never acted impulsively. Other friends say Rebecca was determined.
Not only did she care about being a leader and being the best officer she could, but also about being the best pilot she could.
And now her legacy lives on.
My goal for when I leave in flight school in April is to follow in her footsteps and bring her honor through all I do.
She was happy. That means that she was gay. Wasn't straight. And I think that's the girlfriend talking, but this mission as a friend, because they don't want to the LGBTQ plus that they're going to blame that she was not straight. They don't want to admit that. So that's why they're all trying to cover she was a friend and so on and so forth. But we all know the truth.
Fellow service members and the friends who say Rebecca's heal love, her dedication to her country, and her open heart are what they're going to remember.
She was just the type of person that would always go above and beyond for the people that she loved.
And Rebecca,
I don't mind about that, because she's a hard worker. I applaud her what she does, because it's a hard job to do. It's a hard mentality. You gotta prepare for it. But at the end of the day, it's a mistake that was deadly, and everyone has to pay the price. Couldn't prevent, yes. Could she have more training, yes. But why they want that to pressure the DEI? I think at the end of the day is a blame on the administration. I think she's in the wrong place, and then she thinks she can do better. But at the end of the day, we all paying the price. And then she can either have more hours before she become a fully free pilot. And at the end of the day, again, it just news trying to blame who and put the finger, but at the end of the day, we know how it's happening. People die for no reason, because they were second away from putting the plane down, when they're second away for getting home, they're second away to see their family. Now they're not gonna see their loved one again. Now everyone is crying, everyone for mourning for no reason, because of the DEI. Even though you're a good person or not, but one mistake cause everyone life, and next thing you know, your own. And at the end of the day, we have to live through it. And that was a good video, guys. If you like my video, thumbs up, subscribe, share it, guys. My goal is to get to 1,000 and subscriber, and don't forget to